I mean, anywhere, anybody, you know, is seeing what's happening. I mean, but what does it mean? You know, the avalanche of tornadoes that are happening just in this country. If you Google ice, you see that the ice of the world is melting. I mean, it's a fact. What it means is big time debate, but the ice is going, the weather is changing, it's a lot more volatile, everything is heating up, and a lot of people at a deep level are really pondering the question whether this just is a generation that's like no other time ever. The question for me is, you know, are we a generation just passing through the world like every previous generation in human history? In the eyes of evolution, no biggie. Or is this really the time of the earth? This is the time of humanity. This really, really is a time like no other time. Which way is it? And there's certainly been a lot of, you know, clairvoyants, intuitive people, and prophets that have pointed to this time as a time like no other. Most of us feel a little more safe, really kind of going into the arms of science on this question. And certainly science now is in consensus that there is a warming up. And so chalk one to this is a time like no other from science. But after that, it kind of breaks down. I mean, is it a man-made crisis? Is it a natural event? We may really find that the report from science will just come a little too late. So we have a workshop that invites another approach to this very perplexing question. And the workshop is based on an assumption that a lot of people in the modern world may have lost touch with. In the modern world, today's world, pretty much everybody realizes that the earth is a living organism. And I mean, there's life out there, plants, and the atmosphere is alive, and you know, life is existing. But the idea that the earth is self-aware, just the way that you listening to this are self-aware. You know, in other words, if you knew the language of the earth, you could actually ask the earth a question. You could get a weather report from the earth. I mean, how cool would that be to actually have the earth respond to questions? Well, if you go way, way back in human lineage and genetics and ancestors, you find there really was a time when human beings, this was a time when they, you know, before agriculture, when human beings migrated, and everybody woke up with the sun, and everybody went to sleep with the sun's passing, and there were always, in those times, shamans and medicine men type and intuitive people who absolutely would have insisted that they could not only talk to the earth, but the earth could talk back. And so we have a workshop that just is bringing an ancient wisdom into the modern world for this particular time. And it essentially invites people to learn how they can ask the earth a question. And not only that, but support the earth in this time of the earth. So Earth Guardian Day begins with a weather report, not from our science and not from our TV news or anything, but it actually looks at the events that are occurring right now on the earth from a weather point of view, from the perspective of the earth itself. And it's exciting, it's also sobering, and it's different. It's like no weather report you've ever heard in your life. And then with the support of the earth, we actually go back into the individual's own lineage, which technically is your own mitochondria DNA, to find knowledge that you possess in yourself to talk with the earth, hear volcanoes before they go off. A lot of people did notice that when the Asian tsunami came in, all the animals moved away in time. You know, before the water struck, they were gone. Well, human beings have the same ability, and if you go back to these abilities, back to a time when human beings migrated, and connect with that time, you can discover that you can hear the volcano before it goes off. You can hear the earthquake before it takes place. You can listen to the earth, not with a human agenda, but to actually hear the earth agenda. Many, many people feel deeply called to support the earth in the time of the earth, which is the time in which we live. And so here at last is all of the pieces that are needed to basically assist anybody who really wants to develop these extraordinary abilities and qualities within themselves. They already have it, it's just bringing it to the surface, bringing it to the conscious level. So this is a day that is a life-changing event for yourself, and you walk out completely empowered in yourself to empower the earth in the time of the earth. And most people coming to this workshop walk away realizing that the earth has quite a few joyous tears from your participation on this day as well.